noninterest microfinance bank. And this is a global concept where you do not take interest based on religion. Like the Jews have a system like that, the Catholics have a system like that, the Muslims all over the world have systems like that. I don't get to judge whether interest is wrong or not, but the Quran specifically forbids interest. That's for the Muslims. Specifically forbids interest. That is a really serious sin. It's pure haram from the Islamic point of view. So we welcome everybody, every faith, and actually this is business. This is not religion.
Thank you very much for staying with us and welcome to Qalam Radio. So like I told you, we have a special guest in the studio, and I'm Mariam, and I'm joined by Dr. Abdullahi Oseni, and of course we also have Dr. Idris Salaudeen. But we'll take it one step at a time. Could you introduce yourself to our listeners, Dr. Abdullahi?
Well, my name is Dr. Abdullahi Oseni. People call me Abdul. I am from Auchi. I'm an indigene of this sacred kingdom, and I have been lucky enough to be able to study to the highest levels of medicine. An interventional cardiologist at Norton Heart and Vascular Center in Louisville, Kentucky. That pretty much summarizes as I'm a heart doctor that does heart operations on people's hearts. So I do minimal invasive surgery. I try to go in and come out of the heart and fix the heart in a way that is minimally invasive. I also, because of everything I've been able to do outside this country, I decided to collaborate with a friend and my brother to come back to Auchi to give back, not in a medical way this time, but at least start from somewhere. My brother is a finance professional, specifically Islamic finance, and we toyed with the idea of starting an Islamic microfinance bank in Auchi. And we've been lucky, alhamdulillah, been able to achieve that, and we just opened our doors last month.
Thank you very much. So, Dr. Idris Salaudeen, could you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Dr. Idris Salaudeen. I am a financial expert. I'm one of the directors of Farid Microfinance Bank, and at the same time the MD, Farid Capital Limited. We actually have this vision to make sure that the people in Auchi have access to non-interest Islamic banking through the vision of both Dr. Oseni, Abdullahi, and Dr. Umar. And by the grace of God, that's one of the reasons why we are here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Some people, when they hear Farid, they're like, okay, it's Islamic banking, and is it for only Muslims? But before I get to that, why Farid? Why name it Farid?
A fun fact, the Farid name was accidental. Okay. Somebody actually tried to come up with the idea in the past and named that idea Farid Microfinance Bank, and they were unsuccessful. They passed the model on to us when we're in the early stages of establishing this bank, when we didn't even have a name. We're actually going to name it a different name, a Meso Microfinance Bank. But at the end of the day, the document they gave us, we adopted the document, made a few changes, and at the end of the day, we were like, Farid is a beautiful name. Why do we have to change it? So we just went with it, and that's how it came up. And everything after that was just history.
That's lovely. So, like I made mention of, when they hear Farid, they think it's like an Islamic bank. It's for only Muslims. Is it for only Muslims?
No. So, the concept is, actually, the official name is not Islamic Microfinance Bank. It's non-interest microfinance bank. And this is a global concept where you do not take interest based on religion. Like the Jews have a system like that, the Catholics have a system like that, the Muslims all over the world have systems like that. It's non-interest microfinance, and in the last couple of decades, the Central Bank of Nigeria has created a whole NIFI unit, non-interest
financial institution.
Financial institutions. So these Farid Microfinance Bank, all quote unquote Islamic microfinance bank, fall into that category where you say this is a non-interest microfinance bank. At the tier 1 level, you have banks, bigger banks that are like Islamic microfinance bank, but they're also non-interest microfinance banks. So we welcome everybody, every faith, and actually this is business. This is not religion. This is going to benefit you in ways that you thought were not possible. So that's why we're doing this.
Why did you decide to put it in Afemai? I mean, you could have put it somewhere else. It could have been in Abuja or Lagos or Port Harcourt. Why Afemai?
Well, obviously it's a sentimental reason. I was born here. My placenta was buried here. I was born in the hospital here. There's a need. So if you think about it, there are many banks, microfinance banks that are licensed, regular microfinance banks, but because the basis of forming them is Islamic, they have a regular license and act as an Islamic microfinance bank. We decided we didn't want to do that. We wanted to do things the correct way and the hard way. So we did the due diligence and got actually a non-interest microfinance license because of the need we have here. This is Auchi. It's a majority Muslim community. The likes of the big banks that are non-interest have refused to come to our area. And in fact, this represents the first licensed non-interest microfinance bank in the whole of South Nigeria. So there's a need. Of course, there's a sentimental value of putting it in Auchi too.
Hey family, before we go, a quick one. If you're getting value from this, please hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel grow and tells YouTube that our content matters. Don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who needs it. Your support keeps us moving. Thank you.
We are on an exclusive interview with Dr Abdullahi Oseni and Dr Idris Salaudeen. So before we left for this break, we were talking about why you decided to bring Farid Bank to Afemai. So what exact value does this actually bring to Afemai?
So first of all, being the first non-interest microfinance bank in the South, it opens up a new era of opportunity where you can actually bank based on your beliefs. So when you're interested in faith-based banking, this is an opportunity. And prior to this being available, a lot of people yearned for it, begged for it, and didn't really have an option. But right now there's an option of your faith-based banking. Secondly, the value in itself, it's a partnership. I'll give you an example. When you want to start a business and you go to an interest-based bank, when you go there, borrow money, whether your business succeeds or not does not matter. You have to return their money. You have to return it with interest, which is compounded daily. And a non-interest financial institution, what you do is you go into a partnership, do an analysis, risk-benefit analysis, and then go into a partnership where you have a profit-sharing mechanism rather than one person gains regardless of the other person. So it's pretty much a joint venture, and then you grow together from there.
And when you say faith-based, a lot of people say, okay, fine, what's faith-based banking? Because now the model you're explaining, some people have come out with their own concept and they call it alternative banking and so many other names that they give it. So when you say faith-based, what do you mean? Could you expatiate on that? So
a subset of the population has Nigeria is almost evenly divided between Muslims and Christians. For people who are not even interested in borrowing money or doing any sort of, taking money from the bank, they just want a bank that functions according to the tenets of their religion. And the Muslims have always yearned for that. So that creates an opportunity in an area where there's a predominantly Muslim population. They yearn for it, they want it, they want to bank in that fashion. They want to support a bank that aligns with the principles, the financial principles of their faith. So with this type of non-interest microfinance bank, it doesn't have to be an Islamic microfinance bank. All it has to be is non-interest and a partnership, and most of the Muslims will want to partner with that. Fun fact is the tier 1 banks are actually full, the non-interest tier 1 banks are actually full of non-Muslims. And even in the US where I'm based, there's a whole big opportunity for non-interest non-interest banking. In fact, my house over there, I bought it through non-interest banking. So this is an opportunity that wasn't there before, that it's there now, that they can take value from.
Okay. So a lot of people would say, okay, interest, why do Muslims always stress on interest? And now you're saying that your bank is based on non-interest banking. What will you tell people about interest being wrong in the first place?
I don't get to judge whether interest is wrong or not, but the Quran specifically forbids interest. That's for the Muslims. Specifically forbids interest. That is a really serious sin. It's pure haram from the Islamic point of view. But when you think of it from even a non-faith-based financial point of view, if you buy a car hypothetically for $100,000 naira, and you go to an interest-based system, let's say your loan is 100,000 naira, for 5 years. After 4 years, if you can't pay anymore, the bank is going to take your car and everything you've paid before. It doesn't matter. They'll take everything. But in the non-interest system, it is adjudicated in such a way that even if the bank comes after you, they figure out if you can't pay anymore, they'll take the car, you sell it. Remember, it's a joint venture. You sell it. How much is left that you're owing the bank? You pay that, take that out of the proceeds, give the money back, the rest of it back to the person that took it. So it doesn't have to be really a religious thing. It's just there's another term for it. You mentioned the term alternative banking. Is actually the one I prefer is ethical banking. That's the one that's being used more these days.
Exactly. So what role do you actually play in Farid Bank?
I'm the chairman board of directors. I'm a shareholder in the bank. I'm one of the founding owners of the bank, and I'm proud to be able to say that.
That's really nice. So Dr Idris Salaudeen, what do you have to say about your expectation about, now it's the Farid Bank is now in Afemai land, what's your expectation on people actually coming to bank with it?
From what Dr. Abdullahi just mentioned, there's a whole lot of opportunities around here for people who are interested in non-interest banking to, tap into. The businesses around here, a lot of people have actually approached some of the non-interest Islamic banking, about 4 of them, with a lot of write-up, proposal and all that, but they were denied the opportunity of bringing this particular non-interest financial institution onto this land. There are reasons, of course, we may not know, but right now that we are here, our expectation is to say that everybody who is interested in a non-interest banking should come to Farid Microfinance Bank. And we have a whole lot of product that we are dishing out to make sure that everybody from every sector, everybody is going to benefit from coming to have a relationship with us. Right now, as we speak, some of the products are with CBN, and as soon as we got the approval, we are still coming back here to announce them so that everybody will benefit this product and is going to be great on this land.
Thank you very much. So, Dr. Abdullahi Oseni, are there any last words you'd like to say to our listeners as we round up on this program?
Well, I'd like to say that I am from Auchi. I'm passionate about Auchi. I'm passionate about Edo. I'm passionate about upliftment of the community. I live abroad. I work abroad. I've seen the good, the bad, the things that we can improve. And I think that this is a little step in that direction. There are many steps that are going to be required, even from a medical side, but finance is very important. Even before, medicine cannot exist without finance. So I think starting with a financial institution that benefits the community will be very important, especially with what Dr. Salaudeen just said. We have some products we cannot announce yet, unfortunately, because they've not been approved yet, but we anticipate that in the next couple of months, 1 or 2 months, they should be approved, and this will be of immense benefit, especially to the bread and butter regular traders in the community.
Thank you very much. And Ade, any last word would you like to say, Dr. Idris?
Yes, the only thing I have to say now is that by the time all these products are approved, we will come back and everybody would like to bank with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once again, Dr. Abdullahi and Dr. Idris, for coming to Qalam Radio. We do really appreciate that you came here, and to our dear listeners out there, we do hope that you patronize Farid Bank, and if you're into non-interest, ethical or alternative banking, well, you could always come and then would connect you with them. Do stay tuned to more coming your way from Qalam Radio, and I'm Mariam signing out from this program. Thank you for listening and goodbye.